likes of Michael Snow as well. Just finished up an early Renaissance exhibit, which means they're probably going to have another exhibit moving in a week or so. Over here on the right, this kind of funny looking structure is OCAD, the Ontario College of Art and Design, one of our many universities here in the city, studying things like fine arts, fashion design, and that is Grange Park, named after Grange Manor, which is actually a mansion that is nowadays connected to the art gallery. It was built by the Bulletin family, who are one of our first European settlers here in Toronto, and they were brought over here to Canada under similar pretenses as many of our European settlers. We told them, you love to come to Canada, guys, we're going to give you several acres of free land. And that part was true, but it wasn't good enough to sell it. That part, clearly not true, but they came here in the summer and they were like, yeah, tropical paradise is great. Then September hit, and the temperature quickly dropped. By October, there was a little sprinkling of snow on the ground, and by November, their boats were frozen in the harbor, and they finally had fully come to terms with the fact that they had been duped. But they'd already spent all of their money getting here to Canada. It was too late to go back. So that's how you populate a country, guys. You trick everyone into coming, and then you trap them here. Pretty effective so far. Now we've made our way down to Queen Street West. This area quite well known for housing a number of small independent art galleries, lots of vintage shopping, and cheap restaurants.
De quoi? De l'eau. On va s'arrêter dans un magasin, puis on va prendre.
We're going to spot something pretty wacky coming up on the left. A truck posting out the side of a wall. That's actually a real news truck, which is a great Toronto tradition set on fire. Rather than getting rid of it, they're like, we'll turn it into street art. So it's meant to represent the motto of CP24, breaking. So clever with the puns. Now this whole building next to us is actually a media conglomerate. We've got things like Much Music out of there, CTV, CP24. But if you look at the building, very nice looking for that, like very ornate. Look at all those carvings. Well, it actually used to be the holdings of Methodist Bible printing press. So from Bibles to Beaver, why not? Now we're heading up towards stop 12, that is for Richmond and John Street. Anyone trying to hop off at stop 12, the Scotiabank Theatre? No, we're good to go. You can see what looks kind of like a large Rubik's Cube up there. That's the end of the Scotiabank Theatre escalator, the tallest and steepest in the country. 5 stories. We've actually made our way down into what is known as the entertainment district of the city. This area is filled with bars, pubs, clubs, restaurants, and theaters. In fact, we have the capacity to house around 56,000 pumping club doors, which is pretty crazy, guys. That makes it more than the Chelsea district, former New York City. Lots of patios, you can see. So we're coming up to an 11 light box. It's there for the Academy winners for Best Picture premiered at TIFF. Here along King Street, we also have something known as Restaurant Row. So over here on the right, if you look down this stretch of thing, you'll see a huge number of restaurants. If any of you guys really like seafood, I highly recommend Rodney's. Really good oysters. They have plenty of delicious. Is anyone looking to hop off at stop 13 for King and John? From this angle, you can only really see the restaurant, but of course TIFF has a large theater in it as well. Even a small exhibit space. They often have lots of different talks about film. They'll have visiting professors, things like that. Coming up on the left, you're going to spot a building with a few red crosses in the windows. That's actually the headquarters of the CBC, or Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Those red crosses are actually made made out of rubber. They serve to soundproof this building, as it is mainly recording studios on the inside. CBC makes both radio and television content. To round this corner, and we're coming up on stop number 14. This is for the north side of the CN Tower, and if you've been on since Young and Dundas, this is actually the halfway point for the tour. We know lots of guys like to hop off, grab a photo of the CN Tower. It's also a chance to use some clean public washrooms or grab some food. So we'll be here for about 15 minutes. Feel free to ask myself or Jordan any questions while we are here. If you're looking to go up to the CN Tower, just take these steps beside us here on the right. Or if you really want some french fries, check out Don Juan's best chip truck in the city right ahead of us. If you're looking for the washrooms, just go inside the second cup through the next set of glass doors on the right and follow them through that hallway. So I think we're probably going to back up a little bit, so just give it a second.
For the boat speed.